Hey guys, Wraith calling. I'm on Siegfried line. I'm in the Tier 8 Chinese light tank, the WZ132. And this Tier 10 game. And you will see, try to give you an idea of how to spot and not be murdered for spotting. And it gets a little touch and go here for a little bit, but I'll show you how to try to make use of the terrain, and particularly when you get a good hill setup like this. Now, I've liked the changes they made to Siegfried line, especially for light tank drivers. There's a few more trees and bushes to hide in, and also they've raised this road up quite a bit. So now there's this nice comfy dip. While not 100% already safe, if you're sitting on either side of this road like this, you are more already safe than sitting out in the open. So this is a huge deal. Now you see there's two light tanks coming up here in the pile. And I push all the way up. Now I've got lots of guns behind me. There's a couple tank destroyers. There is another heavy tank. There's another light tank back there spotted. So all I have to do is keep these guys lit up. And because this is an encounter, this spot becomes very important because I'm also denying capture points to the enemy by being in the circle with them. So my being here is serving two purposes. I'm denying the capture circle to the enemy. Now you can see there's three light tanks opposite of me, and I'm spotting all these guys, specifically the light tanks, and those are going to be a priority target for us. You see, I already just popped one there. So when I'm rocking back and forth like this, one, I'm trying not to sit too still for Artie. And when I come up and peek over the hill, I'm not exposing very much of my tank at all. It does not take much of your tank to keep these guys spotted. Now again, one of the skills I recommend for light tank drivers is going to be designated target, and it adds 2 seconds to the length of time if enemy is spotted. And this is, especially when you're in a situation like this where you're just exposed just enough to light somebody up and ducking back down, then those 2 extra seconds means I will get unspotted when they're still spotted. So I can pop up, spot the enemy tank, and back up down the hill, and he will stay spotted for longer than I will be spotted. Now, right now in this current situation, there is a light tank opposite me, so we're proximity spotting each other. And no matter what kind of terrain is there, you always proximity spot the other tank. And you will see Artie taking a couple shots at me. You notice I've already got 12 assisted hit markers. 7 spots. So little Chaffee decides he's going to jump down there and engage the spot panzer. I'm going to go help him out, but I don't plan on staying there because he's going to draw all kinds of fire. And I'm not sure why he did this, but he ends up paying the price. And there he goes. He gets taken out. And I'm not going to stay over here because there's still tanks over there for them to shoot at. I'm going to duck back down. I take another hit from the enemy Walker Bulldog, which is back there sniping away. And now I am in the cap circle, and I am contesting. Now I am gaining points. So there's no one else on the other side in the cap circle. And I can still play peekaboo and still spot. As you see now, I've got 15 spotted assist ribbons, 1 damage ribbon, not too much. And this is one of those games where you may not get a whole lot of damage ribbons, but that's okay because you're doing your primary focus as a light tank, and I believe that's scouting and lighting up the enemy targets. Now I know there's a couple more tanks back there. And I think there may also be another Tier 10 heavy tank back there on the flank, I'm not sure, but there he is. Oh, it's the Walker Bulldog, I'm sorry. To the light tank. He's not going to remain there very long. He's going to realize that he has to do something drastic to help his team out, and you got to give him credit, but he doesn't get very far before he gets nuked. So now I've got the Chieftain up here with me. I've got a tank destroyer with me also. So now is my time to push because I know I've got guys to cover, and anybody I spot's not going to be outside of their render range. And I'm going to be sneaky because there's a T95, and he can one-shot me with what I've got left. And there's also a British FV4005. I think it is. That's him there. And he's got the same gun as the Death Star, he just doesn't have the armor. So I play peekaboo with him, and I do not want him to shoot me because his hash rounds will pen me and it'll be game over. So like I said, I'm just keeping him spotted for our guys. I'm not even sure I'm the one spotting him at this point. And now I am. He's moving down and trying to get from cover. He realizes he's in a bad position. Fortunately, he's still not in a very great position. And I'm just sitting back here to get unspotted again. Can you see my team's pushing up? There's the Chieftain, the other light tank, and a couple tank destroyers. In the meantime, I've got shots. Now, the gun on the WZ132, you get 2 final gun options. You get a kind of a high velocity 85mm, which gives you about 184 pen and right around 200 damage, but it's a little faster on the aiming circle, a little and a faster reload. The other gun you get is a 100mm gun. This is very similar to the 100mm gun you will see on like a stock T59 type or the WZ132. It's right about 200 pen, 201 pen, I think it is. And I believe the damage average is right around 240, 250. You'll see I pop one tank up here. I put a big hit up here, and I actually rolled high, probably the highest I could roll, and rolled 280. So this tank will, it can, but you sacrifice rate of fire, and it's not quite as accurate, and the time's a little slower. But you hit as hard as a medium tank at that point of the same tier. So, and I kind of flip back and forth between the two guns sometimes. And even neither gun is, both guns are going to struggle. Obviously, I've got APCR loaded, struggle penning this mouse because the armor is just slabs of thick rolled steel against this mouse. So it's going to be a bit more of a challenge. It's not going to happen. So I'm just sitting here, just blinking away before I finally decide I better go do something and try to get closer. You can see he's got a light tank behind him, and he's just sitting there ignoring the light tank because he's bouncing off. And I think really the only place we're going to be able to do damage, this other light tank, is if we get behind him and hope there's a hatch on the back of the E100. But all the tier 10s have caught up. It's a matter of time for this guy to get killed. So I don't think I'm going to get any more damage done. Now he's facing me. He's going to crush that Spa Panzer to death. And he's done. Good game. We'll take a look at the final stats. Now this is a ×2 bonus, so I do pull in 4,500 XP, 42,000 credits, 1 kill, ace tanker, got the scout badge, 1,300 damage, 4,700 assisted damage, detected 8 enemy tanks. Pretty good game. I walk away with the base just under 1,500 XP. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, keep your powder dry.